Hey everybody, we're gonna go ahead and get right into this Sunday's layout. I told you, I think on the last few times, but I found this group called the Hip Kit Club, and they have some sketches that are like a sketch challenge that they do weekly. And this is the one from probably by the time you see this, like a week ago. So I just wanted to, I'll try and have links down below to the Facebook. You have to ask to join, but it's a really cool group. So this is one of the papers from the November kit, and I'm taking my Gold Glimmer blings, and I'm going to use this as a splatter. And I'm doing it first only because I want it to be under, what I'm putting. Does that make sense? Like there's going to be different layers. Okay, so here, sorry, that recipe fell into the screen. Has nothing to do with the project. All right, so I already had everything laid out, and that on the right is Fun Foam. I fussy cut a few of the flowers out, and then we're just going to start layering. So the flower pattern between the words and the plaid print, the back side is that yellow. And I'm going to attach my photo to that of my beautiful niece, and I'm going to lay that down. I was going to use my Tombow, but on the Fun Foam, it doesn't really like the ATG um, on the side without the sticky part already. So I try to get it on there as best I can, doing little strokes, and then I always add in glue as well. And then this is the way the layer is going to go. I'm going to now attach the pattern layers all together. And I tried not to go right on the edge because I wanted to be able to lift a little bit of it up and tuck some of those flowers in. Like I didn't need a whole bunch, but I just needed a little bit of an opening. Now that one I had to open up a little bit more because I didn't want it to hang too far off the actual layout. But like right in there, I just needed a little bit of, a little spot. And then I could tuck that flower right on in there. And then we're going to do the same thing with our side pieces. And I'm just going to attach the ATG tape, a little bit of glue, and slide that right on in there. Now that side is okay because it's going into the layout. So the flower or leaf hanging off the edge is fine. Now initially I was going to leave this one, the bottom flower, big and have it like kind of drape over the bottom of the flower. But as I was doing the video, making the actual project, I realized I really didn't like how that was looking. So eventually, I'm cutting pieces of foam for it to, certain parts of it to have that height. But I'm going to wind up cutting and layering it differently. So you can see here, I just keep cutting, I was like, nah, I don't like that one now. That looks weird. I don't know if this ever happens to anybody else, but for me, when I fussy cut flowers, they never look as good as when other people do. I mean, we're all just cutting them out of the paper, but for some reason, I think other people's look better. So I just keep cutting until, in my eyes, it looks somewhat decent. So you can see here, I cut that apart. I'm put the leaf down right on the flower, and then the pink flower on top of it. And then I took off the backing on the Fun Foam so I could adhere the flower, and then the rest of my flower pieces there. And now we're going to go ahead and attach that to our main page. And I have some, you can sort of see them on the desk, some of the acetate leaves that we're going to be adding once we get everything attached. And that's the thing with the main kit. It came with the, I forget how many sheets of paper, but you get some accessories like some thickers, uh, sayings like this. The one of the title that I'm going to be using on here is from it as well, and it's normally it's like thickers, but it's foam this time, and it's got a gold overlay on top. They're really pretty. And then it also came with these acetates. And sometimes it's acetate stuff, sometimes it's ephemera. I think you get enough to where you can definitely create projects. And they have a lot of different add-on kits that you can get if you're into other things like Project Life, or if you want to do mixed media, they have a mixed media, or what they call, I think, their color kit. There's a lot of different things you can do. So now I'm just lifting up layers and putting a little bit of gold thread. And I did that at the bottom, and I think I put some at the bottom. No, I was going to put some on the bottom right, and then I decided, you know what? No, I'm not going to put any there. Let me put it right behind my title, so it gives the title a little bit of something, some interest. So I decided to grab uh, the word pretty. And I do find that on some of the wordings, a couple of letters may be separate, and then like the rest of the word will be all together, which turns out that's what happens with the word pretty. So I didn't press them down hard because I wanted to make sure everything was lined up. And I could have used my thickers rulers to help with the placements, but it turned out, it worked out. And I like how it's got that cursive look. Oh, and then I also forgot about the wood veneers. So there's these wood veneers that also came in. These are exclusive to the Hit Kit Club. And they have gold highlights. So I grabbed some of the leaves, the little camera, and then I put up the wood veneer that says hello with the pretty, and another leaf. So that way there's three of them. And then I decided to take just a couple of the stickers. There's a few of the hearts that I wanted to lay down, that really pretty pattern, which actually matches the flowers that I fussy cut. And then I had two more that I placed kind of just around the photo. So that way, keeping it in threes for the most part. And then there was also some stickers at the very bottom that I wanted to add. And then a few weeks ago, I did a whole bunch of Nuvo drops. So I wanted to take this gold kind of glitter one and put it in the center of the flower on the picture. And then I took some of the clear ones, and I'm spreading those around on the flowers because they kind of look like dewdrops. And so I wanted to create that. And then I'm also going to, around pretty, I'm going to put a couple of the, I think it's more like a pearlescent. So it looks like little pearls around. So it's a mixture of things. So I have some clear ones, and then the one gold one, which works perfect for the center of the flower, and then the pearl. And I don't even think I counted. I just put them down until I was happy. Sometimes, the odd rule works, and sometimes you just want to put it down until you're happy. And that's what I did. And then once everything was done, I'm going to cover up the photo, and we're going to do some quick splatters. And normally I bring out my cubby. I'm telling you, if you have a cubby or a box, cardboard box that you can do it in, do it, because splatters do tend to get everywhere, and you definitely want to clean up really well so your next project isn't affected, okay? So I did the black, and now I'm going to hit it with the white, because remember, I did the gold at the very beginning. So here are some close-ups of the final project. And this was really fun. It was a simple layout in a way, but it has the potential to be very high impact with the layers that you add in. I mean, we could have kept going because I've seen ladies who do a lot with their layers, but I'm still learning and growing, and so this is where I was happy with it. And you can kind of see how the dewdrop looks. It almost looks like little raindrops on the flowers. It's really cool. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Like I said, I will try and have links to the Hip Kit Club down below, at least to the website, where you can check out the different kits that they have. And here I'm going to have links to previous layouts from the Hip Kit Club, because I have a couple now that are up on the channel. So thanks, you guys, and I hope you have a great Sunday.